They say that dogs are a man's best friend, but sometimes they can be a little bit too friendly. Like this dog in today's video. This is the story of a lion who went to sleep on top of a building, which just so happened to have kids sleeping on the rooftop. It all started when a group of children decided to have a sleepover on the rooftop of their apartment building. Big. And what's a sleepover without some scary stories? Kids sat in a circle huddled around one another, as they took turns telling spooky tales. The wind was cold, but they were warm with each other, and that made it easier to overcome the fear of the creepy stories. But as the night wore on, the little ones started to get sleepy. So they laid out their blankets and dozed off under the stars. Peace. But it was far from a peaceful night's sleep. As they slept, a large male lion climbed onto the roof. The lion was looking for somewhere to sleep, but it didn't want to be disturbed. So it let out a loud roar to scare away any potential intruders. Now, thankfully, the lion didn't actually mean to harm anyone. It was just being territorial. But unfortunately, there were two witnesses to its terrifying roar. Two very terrified witnesses. Now, this was a big city, so most people had long since gone home after the sun set. That meant that the lion's usual daytime napping spot was free. So it curled up on top of the building and closed its eyes. But that's when the dog came running over. Now, this was no ordinary dog. This dog was huge, a massive beast with powerful jaws and sharp claws. But despite its ferocious appearance, it was actually a very gentle dog, or at least it was most of the time. The dog had heard the lion's roar and knew that it was in danger. So it ran over to the rooftop as fast as it could. When it saw the lion, it knew that it had to act fast. So it did the only thing it could think of. It blocked the stairs leading up to the roof. The dog stayed there all night, growling and barking at the lion to keep it away from the sleeping children. The lion was scared by the dog's bravery, so it didn't try to come down the stairs. Instead, it spent the night pacing back and forth on the roof, trying to find another way down. In the morning, the sun came up and the lion had to go. It slipped down the fire escape and disappeared into the city. The dog barked furiously at it until it was out of sight. Then it went back up to the roof to check on the children. They were all safe and sound, sleeping peacefully. The dog stayed with them until they woke up, licking their faces and wagging its tail. The children were very scared when they first saw the dog, but it quickly became clear that it was friendly. They petted and thanked it for saving their lives. They couldn't believe that a dog would be so brave, but the dog just wagged its tail and licked their hands. It didn't want any praise. It had only done what it thought was right. From that day on, the children were never scared of the dark again. They knew that if anything scary ever happened, the brave dog would be there to protect them. And the dog was happy to be their hero. Now, every night before the children go to bed, they go to the roof to check on the lion. It hasn't been seen since the day of the sleepover, but they still leave out some food and water, just in case. If you liked this video, please leave a like and share it with your friends. Thank you for watching.